Okay, folks, welcome back. Now we're going to start talking about how to add photos, geotagged photos, to Google Earth. So there are a few different options. If you took your photo with a camera or with your phone, there should automatically be geotagging information on that photo, and so you could upload that directly to Google Earth. Now I'm starting from the most basic point that you have a photo, you know where it was taken, but there is no geolocation data associated with that photo. How can you add that to Google Earth? And so first off, I'm going to add a place mark. And so I'm going to call it the end of the hike. So you could, right? You could have actual lat and longe location information to put in here. Since this is an easy one to place, right at the end of the hike here, I'm just going to place it. And you can say, here is a great family photo from at the end of a really fun hike. Okay, so that's the end of the hike. Let's see here. We can, as usual, you can change opacity, you can change a lot of different things about your marker here. You can even change the symbology. So let's see here. Since we're hiking, let's add a little hiking symbology. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens when we click on this. We get the end of the hike. Here's a great family photo at the end of a really fun hike. Okay, so now how do we get the photo in there? So I went ahead and uploaded. I like to use photos that are linked. So I uploaded my photo to Google Drive. So here's the photo of us at the end of the hike. Okay, so now the photo is in Google Drive. And I like to link these to my maps via web links so that, let's say I went in here and wanted to edit this photo or wanted to draw some funny pictures on there. Later on I could, and it would automatically update when I opened my map and it went to grab that URL. And so we all know how to get, how to share, right? We go to, and we want to, so here I said anyone on the internet can find and view, because that way anyone who clicks on this map will be able to see that photo. So I'm going to copy that link. And I've opened up just a regular, like a text editor. So this will teach you a little bit about KML. Okay, so here is our web address. And we need to change a portion of it in order to make it viewable or make it into the type of link that Google Earth can then grab from online. So let's go ahead and look at the directions here. So this is the link we have now. And so we need to copy this file ID part. Okay, so it looks like everything after this D. So we should see a similar structure on our link. Indeed, there's the D. So here is our file, the file ID portion. So I'm just going to copy that. Okay, and let's see what the directions say now. So we've got our file ID. And then we need to add this part to the front of it. Okay. All right. So let's make sure this link works. Okay. Let's input this link in here. Okay, so it does indeed pull up the photo. So now we've got our link in a form that Google Earth can go ahead and access. And so now, let's go back to our directions again. So we need to add just a little bit of we need to add a little bit more. So let's go to Google Earth here. Okay. So I want to edit this. Okay. I want to add a web image because we've now created a link to a web image. And our URL is right here. Okay. So now Google Earth has just added a little bit of HTML here. Image src equals, and then that's the link that we provided. And so let's see what we've got here. So I press OK. Okay, so it's so it's given us a picture, and here's our text. So we've got to do a little bit of cleaning up here because the image is not quite scaled how we would like. So let's go back to Google Earth. Let's look at that KML again. So we need to add some scaling text in there. Look back at the directions. Looks like we can add we can change the width here, right? So at the end of our link, we can change the width. So let's go back to Google Earth. Let's see here. Width equals 200. Let's see how that looks. Hey, that looks a lot better. So the last thing that I personally like to clean up is I don't like this wraparound text. So all this is adding one little piece of HTML code. So it's just BR. That tells you that there's a line break. I'll increase the width to 300. Why not? So put a line break in there. So now when I click on it, it takes the text down to the next line rather than letting it overlap. So anyway, you can mess around with this. You can change the size of the text. You can change the size of your image to whatever you end up liking. But now when we click on it, we get a photo that comes up, which is pretty handy. So no matter how far we zoom out, our photo is still that size. So we can go, let's save, let's make sure our whole exercise is highlighted here. File, save place as, exercise 2. I've forgotten which version we're on, so I'll just say photo. So again, we've got another KMZ, and I will see you folks for the next tutorial, which will be how to save all of this as a KMZ file, which we've just done, and then how to open how to be able to open that up on to Google Earth Web. All right, thanks.